Hello, Living Waters. It is I, Pastor Zach, back with another safety video in this COVID era. This one will be focused on in-person indoor worship. We're so excited to have you back in this wonderful sanctuary space, but we want to be able to continue to worship safely together and shepherd the people that God has entrusted to our care. Here are some simple rules that will help us worship together safely while also meaningfully. The first rule, like everywhere else, please wear a face mask. Make sure that your mask is covering both your nose and your mouth. Exhibit A. This is not acceptable. The chin strap, definitely not acceptable. However, covering both your face, or cover your mouth and nose, very good. This will be one simple way that we can make sure to stay safe no matter what is happening. Now, hopefully you have registered online ahead of time. This will help us prepare the amount of communion kits needed. Or if you're indicating bring your own communion elements, that will work as well. This will help us save financial resources in the long term. So thank you for your flexibility with that. We will at this time have one service. The goal is to have it be 30 to 45 minutes, so I will try my best to keep the sermon shorter. We do ask that you continue to stay 6 feet away, which, given my height, is about this wingspan. So, 6 feet away, as we've gone over in other safety videos. And I'm not going to go over the general ones again because those were covered in previous safety videos, which are on our YouTube channel, along with this one. The doors will be open 15 minutes prior to worship service. This will allow us to filter in at different times so we don't have a bottlenecking phenomenon. When you leave service, we will have the ushers escort you, leading out individually so we do not have everyone gathering at once, less than 6 feet, rather slowly filter out. Please, if you're going to have time of fellowship, and we do encourage fellowship with mask on, please have that outside. It'll be a lovely day, and I invite you to enjoy that as well. When you check in, please have a mask. Our check-in team and ushers will be able to direct you where you'll be seated. They'll also be able to give you, if you've not brought your own elements, a communion kit. This will be the only time in service that we will allow for removing of a mask. Do not remove your mask unless you are seated in your designated area in the sanctuary. Thank you. That will be indicated by myself as the worship leader. And again, with all of these, we'll go over them on Sunday before we start the live stream. With the communion kit itself, if you didn't participate in the drive-through communion and are new to this, make sure to take the top layer off for the wafer first, because then the bottom layer, the foil, will not open if you have not taken the wafer plastic layer off first. Again, we'll go over this. At that time during the service, when you want to take communion, please, we'll indicate then, use the host, and then take the juice as well, and then put your mask back in place. There will be a designated seating area for you and your household, which you will receive when you check in at the front table. When entering the sanctuary, please go directly to your spot. Do not stop to talk to others or go less than 6 feet. Oh, hey, look, a spot for two that's socially distanced. Fantastic. Part of check-in, we will have hand sanitizer to be used, so please put some of that on the hands and just want to make sure we're being as safe as possible. And of course, the mask will continue to be worn. The other guidelines, just to make sure, please read through the guidelines again, make sure that you're familiar with them. We do abide by grace, so if there's a mistake, no worries. We're all learning, we're all going with the flow, it's going to be okay. But we do want to be as safe as possible in this new endeavor. I know it is different, but it'll be all right. We'll get through this together. These guidelines will continue to change, so this video might be out of date in a couple months, but we will continue to update the congregation accordingly. Giving, we still encourage online giving is the best means. However, if you do wish to give a gift, we do have now a locked mailbox outside. You can simply put the gift in there, and that will be processed accordingly, securely. We do ask when sharing signs of peace to not shake hands. And I know that's hard for me. It's an instinct to do that. But please, peace, still socially distance. Again, we highly encourage you having time of fellowship outside after service is over. We want to limit the amount of time we're inside together. Another guideline I want to make sure we cover in this video is please do not bring beverages, food, besides communion elements into the building. We do not want to share any communion elements. If someone forgot, don't worry. We have the kits available, but we don't want to share anything at this time. Written resources will not be available currently. We highly encourage you following the service on your phone or electronic device, but we do not want to share services still to this point. Again, like all these things, we're reviewing as we go. One question we have gotten a lot is, will we be able to sing in service? Unfortunately, no, and so the music will remain before service as sort of a setting the tone for our worship together. That video will still go out at 9, and the band song coming out at 9:15, but we do hope to incorporate music when it is safe to do so. Finally, the bathrooms are available for use in case of emergency. The rest of the building, we please ask, do not go into any of the classrooms, any of the offices, anywhere else you don't have to be, except for the narthex, the open hallway, the sanctuary, and the bathrooms if needed. We're trying to keep cleaning areas down to a minimum, and there will be signs posted so you will not venture off the beaten path, shall we say. So with all of these guidelines in place, we're really looking forward to having you for worship this Sunday or whenever you feel comfortable. We know we have varying levels of when people are ready to return, and that's fine. We will still have the online streaming of the service available live, so we will still be able to worship all together, whether it's here in this space or at home. And thank you for being with us. And please, again, if you're coming to worship in person, please wear a mask. Please. That is the number one way we can worship together safely. Thank you for following these guidelines. And if you do have questions, please let me know. The policy is succinct enough but clear enough. But if there are questions, please let me know, and we will get them answered for you. God bless, and I look forward to seeing you in worship whenever that will be.